There was a plan written in the United States Constitution almost 240 years ago. Just 17 simple words in Article 1, Section 10. And you're going to have to, pull out some of the extraneous words that are in there to get the point, but Article 1, Section 10 says, no state shall, and then put 3 dots in there, make anything but gold and silver coin a tender in payment of debts. It's a very simple phrase. It says no state shall coin money, no state shall emit bills of credit, and no state shall make anything but gold and silver coin a tender in payment of debts. What did the founders mean when they wrote that? They meant this. They meant gold doubloons and silver pieces of 8. That was real money. It was called a Spanish milled dollar at the time. And I actually have a real one here. This is an actual Spanish milled dollar. When you look on it, it is 1783, so it's right about the time when, right before the Constitution was written. That would have been something George Washington could have used and spent, or Thomas Jefferson or Alexander Hamilton. That was real money to them. And it stayed real money, as you'll see in the book Pirate Money, for decades. And in fact, the book Pirate Money is about this because what did you know? Gold doubloons and silver pieces of 8, they're known as pirate money. I'm telling you, pirate money is patriot money. It's the money our founders and patriots who established this great nation used. And they believed in it. They didn't believe in paper money that was unbacked by anything. In fact, the founders warned us about it. Whether it was Hamilton or Franklin or Jefferson or Washington, or Madison, they all warned us that paper is poverty. They said it's an evil monetary system. Why did they do that? Well, because the Continental Congress had emitted paper like this Continental, and it wasn't worth a Continental. George Washington made the statement, you could bring a wheelbarrow full of these stacked up high, and it would not buy you a wheelbarrow full of supplies. So the good news? They picked up pirate money. That's why we titled the book Pirate Money. It's patriot money. Now I'm going to give you a sneak peek at the solution because people are worried. Here's ex-CIA advisor predicts date when U.S. dollar hegemony will collapse. Here's another one. The gold standard is back. BRICS, our enemies in many cases, to intro gold-backed reserve currency. And here, only 16% of Americans support the government issuing a central bank digital currency. And yet that's what's happening. FedNow and central bank digital currency, that's making headlines, and it's coming at you faster than you can imagine. Where do you run? Where do you escape? If you go to your traditional bank, they will only have unbacked paper money, which is considered poverty, or they will have central bank digital currency. So you say, what do I invest in? Where do I put my money? That's the question I get asked more often than any other single question. So what do you do? The middle class, we need a simple way to buy, to sell, to transact in real money, pirate money, like gold and silver. And it needs to be optional so that you can join it with part of your assets or all of your assets. That is the purpose of the book, to show you a system that you can put your money in. I'm not selling it. I'm not up here hawking, hey, buy from our gold supplier or whatever. No, I'm telling you a political solution found in the Constitution that can change the trajectory of the United States economy and the world economy. Here's a $10 bill. It's got the picture of Alexander Hamilton on the front of it. You know, it's kind of sad. When I was 10 years old, everything that I could buy for $1 now costs about $10. That's the cost of inflation. It's just paper. It's not backed by anything. You can't exchange it for gold and silver. You used to, but you can't do that anymore. And that's unfortunate. You know, pirates wouldn't accept this. Pirates, they wanted gold and silver. patriots, the founders of this nation, also wanted gold and silver coin. In fact, they put a provision in the Constitution, 17 words, that said states could only make gold and silver coins tender within the states. That's why I wrote this new book, Pirate Money, Discovering the Founders' Hidden Plan for Economic Justice and Defeating the Great Reset. It will explain exactly the history of money and exactly why gold and silver coins can be made modern with new technology and a useful monetary system. PirateMoneyBook.com.